Hello everyone, Hank Miller. This is the third of the trilogy on the market change. Just for a point of reference, it's June 15th, 2022. I think it's gone up to about 190 degrees now with 600% humidity. And this video is about the market shift that we saw in Atlanta, but specific to sellers and the reactions and our suggestions on how sellers can adjust and what to look forward to. Somewhere down below or on the link somewhere in the post, I'm not sure where you're going to read this or see this rather, there'll be links to the other two videos. One's for buyers and one's for just general overview. This, however, is for home sellers. And I would tell you, at the end of the day, the takeaway on this video is understand what this shift means, because things have changed for home sellers. That last 18 to 24 months, gone. We'll go into it in a second. All right, when I say gone, kind of, sort of, everything is relative. You still control the market, right? The needle hasn't shifted to buyers. We're not in a crash. We're not going to see a crash, but the ridiculous advantage that you guys had as home sellers over the last couple of probably 18 months, that's gone. But you're still in control. So when you price properties, you're still likely to have the most activity in the first weekend or two, the first couple of weeks. I'd say the first 2 weeks is a confident thing. Price is everything now, because the buyer pool has shrunk. A lot of buyers got knocked out. A lot of the buyers that were swimming in the 8s and 9s are down in the 5s and 6s because the rate increases has pushed them down. So you, as a seller, need to accurately price that property to make sure you're getting the maximum amount of exposure for it. You want to still have as many people as you can come through. So if you overprice it, a lot of people are going to be immediately, it's over their price point, and they're going to be immediately lost as an opportunity. I'm not saying to discount it. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to have as much competition, because competition is good for you as a seller, because you want to whip it up and drive the prices up and try to get back to where you are. I would suggest to you, do not expect, just a boatload of multiple offers. Do not expect offers at or over list immediately. Do not expect to stay in your house for 3 months after you close. Do not expect a completely as-is purchase offer. Most people are going back to due diligence and whatnot. Do not expect a carte blanche on the appraisal, because those things have changed. So you still have it. You still have hand, but you don't have hand and foot that you could use to beat them to death with. All right, I would tell you, make sure your home, if you're going to list it, make sure your home is squared away, because we're still seeing buyers pay a premium for the homes that are move-in ready. And they look better online, they look better in person, they make it through the inspection and the appraisal process a lot better. Buyers are willing, and sometimes they have to, because they don't have any spare cash, but they're willing to pay to get into a home that they can move into. They don't want to, or they can't immediately get in and do renovations. So if your home is squared away, you're likely to have an easier time selling, even in a little bit of an adjusting market like we're in, and you're probably going to do better as far as price and terms. Remember, highest is not always best, best is not always highest. You want to close that sale. So a well taken care of property, a well prepared and a well exposed property is always going to do the best. That hasn't changed. So make sure your property is squared away, and make sure you're using an agent that doesn't use their cell phone for photos, that actually presents the property right, professionally photographed, that has a network that can put it out there. Don't depend on Zillow for everything. Have you checked that stock lately? And oh yeah, Redfin, great stuff. They're in the tank, because real estate is the other 20% of the professionals that actually understand that this is a job, that representing you as a seller is a job. It's not stick a sign in the ground and go away. Susie and Nancy and Timmy and Teddy and Tommy, they may not understand that. They're used to, if they came in during the COVID nonsense, they stick a sign in the ground and get 35 calls. Those days are over. So if you are going to list, especially a higher end property, come on, use an experienced agent. All right, so present the house properly, prepare the house properly. I would submit to you that you should have your agent prepare a broker price opinion or a CMA, which they'll just throw some stuff on the paper and tell you what you want to hear to get your listing. Have them do almost like an appraisal level thing. Have them prepare something that shows you where the market's been, where the market is, and where they expect the market to go. It's not hard. If they understand how to use the MLS, they can forecast these things. So you, as a seller, understand what to expect. If you're thinking you're going to get X and you get X minus 10% and it takes 3 times as long, you're not going to be a happy camper. And if the house sits and gets stale, you're going to get buyers that come in and they're going to be asking questions. You're going to get agents that come in and they're going to say, what's wrong with this? And if you start playing yo-yo with the price, then you're going to get appraisers. When it does go under contract, they're going to look at this thing and they're going to say, what went on here? And God forbid you drop the price and they get a contract at or above that. I'm going to say, well, it was listed here, what? And suddenly people decided to pay more when it was listed there and it didn't sell. What's up with this? And the last thing you need now as a seller is the additional scrutiny that's getting laid on appraisers and underwriting. So keep it simple, keep it clean, and keep it reasonable. You want to be able to present the property, move it along, attract the right kind of buyer, and get it done. And working with an experienced agent and an experienced crew will get that done for you. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Price it right, expose it right, prepare it right, make sure that when those pictures are taken, they're professionally done, because a lot of people are sitting playing on their iPad and looking on their phone. That house has got to capture them right there. The days of people just knocking your door down are over. Work with experts. Somehow or another that came out to 3 things. Work with experts. Please, I'm begging you. It makes everybody's life easier. I love working with a pro on the other end. They love working with a pro on this end when they work with me. The objective is to get you out of your house for as much as you can, as simply as you can. Especially now in a changing market. You guys still control it. And these increases, we talk about half of this. Listen, it was under 1 month of inventory. And now that's starting to rise, but you guys still largely control the market. Whether or not that happens in September, who knows? I mean, it's June now, but things are changing quickly. But the fundamental things remain, right? Any questions? Hank Miller team, 678-428-8276. My information will be right after this fades, and there should be some more links. Look us up on the internet. We're easy to find. All right. Take care.